EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
And hard running's going to get him over to 40 to 42. A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 13 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brissett sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19. Okay. White 20. Good. Go.
They run over center with Benson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
19. Go.
They'll go again with Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You look at this Raiders defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try to knock it loose.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Arnold Abacady gets there for the stop.
1 yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
And a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
There's Cooks in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. 19, shot. I got him. He's mine.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
You look at this Raiders defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
19, set. 120, set. Go.
They go play action with Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run again with Hunt. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And the tight end goes in motion left. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting,
this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now Brissett. And this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A run out of the gun with Genty. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
19, Tigers, set go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fielded just inside the 30. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Brissett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Brissett now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mendoza. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Brissett. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Brissett. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
To throw is Brissett. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
19. Okay. 19. Go.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Right 20. Go.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Liking 18. Let go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Mendoza from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's free at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jack Besh, 65 yards. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to base.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
On first down, it's Genty. Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Genty. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Mendoza working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Raider first down.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Nakobe Dean.
Back to throw. Mendoza. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
The 3rd down pass. The tackle by Arnold Abatini.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 10.
19, set, 20, what? Hey, kill. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's counter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Brissett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
19, set, 12 back. Go.
Brissett again. And the Raiders have got him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Go.
Brissett. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That one hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Cougar 19, set go.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start the drive with a give to counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
19, set. 19, set. Wanna go. Let's go.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Brissett. Short one here, caught by McBride.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Goes right back to McBride. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Brissett. And one more time, here's Kirk. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10.
Brissett sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Throwing, Brissett. Short one here, caught by McBride. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, check. Hey, kill. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Rachaad White. He's going to take this one in 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Browns are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Brenton Strange. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Jaguars even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Devon Achane. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. This will be an 83-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Dolphins get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll go again with Genty. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Hunt will try going up the middle. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now third down.
19, Tiger.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Brissett. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Brissett now. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders heading out to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the give, Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Looking to put a drive together.
19, set. 19, set. Let's go.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Brissett. Short one here, caught by McBride. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
19, set. 120, set. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
On the give, Gianti takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Ready.
Back to throw. Mendoza. They'll get this out to Gianti. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking up the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Formation for the Raiders.
Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
From the gun, here's Brissett. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Brissett. Rifles one into the hands of Clark. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
Hold on, baby. 19, set, let's go.
Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
19, go.
To throw, Brissett. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
19, set. 12 back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the Cardinals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Cardinals, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, here's Genty. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for Las Vegas, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.